What a Teddy Bear Needs by Marilyn, Kaye, illustrated by Jody Wheeler. In a toy shop on a shelf sat a row of brand new teddy bears. They all had fluffy brown fur. They all had big button noses. They all had bright red ribbons around their necks, and they were all smiling. Except for Eddie Teddy. Eddie Teddy never smiled. "You need to smile," the other bears told him. "If you don't smile, no one will ever want to take you home." "I don't need to smile," Eddie said proudly. "I have the fluffiest fur and the biggest nose and the brightest ribbon. I'm the finest teddy bear in this shop." Just then a little boy and his mother came into the shop. All the teddy bears sat up straight and smiled their biggest smiles, all except for Eddie Teddy. He just sat there. "I want that one," the little boy told his mother. He pointed to the bear just left of Eddie. "What a silly boy," thought Eddie. "I've got fluffier fur than that bear." Then a little girl and her father came into the shop. "May I have that bear?" she asked her father. She pointed to the bear just to the right of Eddie. "What a foolish girl," thought Eddie. "That bear's nose is much smaller than mine." More and more boys and girls came into the shop. One by one they each picked a teddy bear. No one picked Eddie Teddy. Soon he was all alone on the shelf. "I'm not going to sit here and wait any longer," Eddie decided. "I'll go out and find someone to take me home." He hopped down from the shelf and left the shop. Across the street there was a big park where boys and girls were playing. Eddie saw one little boy playing with a very old teddy bear. "Hello," he said, walking up to the boy. "My name is Eddie Teddy, and I will be your new teddy bear." "No, thank you," said the boy. "I already have a teddy bear." "But I'm a much better teddy bear," Eddie said. "I have the fluffiest fur and the biggest nose and the brightest ribbon. I'm the finest teddy bear in the world." "But my teddy bear has something you don't have," the boy said, and he walked away hugging his old teddy bear. Then Eddie saw another little boy playing with a raggedy teddy bear. "Hello," he said. "Wouldn't you like a nice new teddy bear?" "No, thank you," the boy said. "I'm happy with my own teddy bear." "But your teddy bear doesn't have fluffy fur or a big button nose or a red ribbon," Eddie told him. "I don't care," the boy said. "He's got something better." Then Eddie saw a little girl playing all alone. She was the prettiest girl Eddie had ever seen. She had yellow curls and big blue eyes. He hurried over to her. "Do you want a teddy bear?" he asked the little girl. "Yes, I do," said the little girl. "Well, here I am," said Eddie. "No, thank you," the little girl said. "You're not the right teddy bear for me." "Why not?" asked Eddie. "I have the fluffiest fur and the biggest nose and the brightest ribbon." "But you don't have what a teddy bear really needs," the little girl said sadly. Eddie was puzzled. He was sure he had everything a teddy bear needed. Then Eddie saw a rose bush. "That's what I needed," he decided. "A big red rose for my bright red ribbon." He jumped into the bush to get the biggest rose. Ouch! Ouch! Help! Thorns were pricking Eddie all over. He was stuck inside the bush and he couldn't get out. The little girl with the yellow curls grabbed Eddie's ears. She pulled him free and set him down. "Oh dear," she said, "you lost your button nose." And that wasn't all. Stuck to the horns were bits and pieces of Eddie's fur, and waving from a branch was his bright red ribbon. "Oh no!" Eddie cried. He turned away from the little girl and ran all the way back to the toy store. On the shelf sat a row of brand new teddy bears. When they saw Eddie, they shook their heads. "You look terrible," they said. Eddie wanted to cry. Now no one would ever want to take him home. Just then the door to the shop opened. In walked a little girl with her mother. All the teddy bears sat up straight and smiled, except for Eddie Teddy. He hung his head in shame. "Hello," said the little girl. Eddie looked up. The little girl was standing right in front of him. She smiled. And Eddie couldn't help himself. He smiled right back. "That's the teddy bear I want," the little girl said. Her mother was surprised. "But he doesn't have fluffy fur, or a red ribbon, or a button nose. Why do you want him?" "Because he has the nicest smile," the little girl said. The little girl took Eddie down from the shelf. Then Eddie knew what a teddy bear really needs. A teddy bear doesn't need all the fluffiest fur, or the biggest nose, or the brightest ribbon. All a teddy bear needs is a great big smile. And as the little girl hugged him tightly, Eddie Teddy knew he'd go right on smiling forever. The end.